I am blessed to be here today. And before we start, it's been a long day of a lot of great speakers. The organization has put all of this together. You have been here. It's a moment of celebration. Please, can we get a big round of applause of everybody here, please? If I see all these speakers, I'm excited. Because there are so many ways to go to living to 100 and beyond. But to be honest, sometimes it's a little bit hard for me keeping up with all the longevity stuff. You wake up and you're like, I gotta get my green smoothie, get my 7 supplements in. Then I gotta do my 7 minutes of cardio. Oh yeah. Then I gotta do my cold shower. Yeah. Then I gotta listen to my Brian Johnson podcast for 7 minutes. Then do some inner work for 7 minutes. Dad, why weren't you there for me? You got the sauna, the hyperbaric chamber, the 5-shot, the blood test, all that stuff, and then you go, what time is it? Oh, I'm 100 years old. Great life. Thank you. Yes, thank you. Please, please. Can we get some energy, some energy, some energy? I see some of you guys have taken your supplements this morning. Yeah. It's great to want to live to 100 and beyond. But it's also important to live in the now, because it can end at any second. Because I almost died. But I came back to tell the story. And it changed the way I look at drive and joy and how I look at my life. And I feel blessed, absolutely blessed, that I can tell you this story. So I'm going to tell you what happened, and then we're going to go into the long game of drive. So not so long ago, I was here in Portugal, and I had a nice Airbnb at the beach. And in the morning, I was feeling a little bit stressed, so I thought, I'm going to go for a little plunge in the sea just to relax a little bit. So I go to the sea with my wife. I jump in. There are a couple of waves. I swim under them. But the sea feels a little bit rough. So I think, today might be not the best day to be swimming, so why don't you get out? And as I'm trying to swim, I get pulled more and more back into the sea. I got caught into a riptide, and I didn't even know it. I was just swimming. A wave was crashing onto me. I'm like, whatever, just swim. And after a while, after a couple of minutes, I was completely exhausted, and I didn't know why. So I thought, well, let me look where I am, because I can't really swim for much longer, and I hope I'm pretty close. So I look up, and I am hundreds of meters away from the beach. And I'm scared. Because I think, whoa, what do I got to do here? I'm tired. So I think, let me try to go back. But my arms are completely rubber. I just try to swim. I try to go to the sides. Nothing works. And then I think, surfers, they lay on their back to relax. So let me just lay on my back a little bit. And I try to just relax. But where I am, the waves are so big, they're going up and down, they're not breaking, but they're meters high, and I can't relax. I'm just trying to just survive. So I tell myself, I gotta do something here, because I gotta get out. So I start yelling for help. Help, 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 help. Nobody hears me. Nobody hears me, because there's nobody there. Just my wife, and she was so far away, she couldn't even hear me. And this sense of sadness came over me, because I thought, I got to do something about this. And then I realized, I'm going to die today. It's over. It's done. It's not exactly what you expect when you wake up and you're like, I'm going to go for a swim and, it's going to be over. But that's what I was feeling. So I thought, I got to do something to get out of here. So for 10 minutes, with this feeling in my body, I try to do the same thing. I try to relax, doesn't work. I try to yell for help, doesn't work. I try to swim, doesn't work. And then, all the way at the end of the beach, a couple of kilometers further, I see 2 dots in the sea. 2 surfers. And I think, I position myself to them, and I'm going to give everything I got. And I don't know. For my entire life, God has blessed me with a loud voice, and I didn't know why. But in this moment, I knew. Because I just started giving everything, man. Help, 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 help. And my jaws, they were sore the next day from yelling. Until finally they heard me. They came in all the way up to me. And long story short, they rescued me. And when I got out the water, the ambulance was already there. And I thought, you guys are here. I was in the water for like 20 minutes or something like that. Yeah, there's a hotel. They saw you, and they called. And then the guy's asking me a couple of questions. Are you okay? Are you good? Blah, blah, blah. And I said, like, yeah, I'm good. And he looked me straight in my eyes, dead serious. And he said, you're lucky today. Because when they call us, it's usually for a corpse. Now, I don't know why this happened to me. I really don't know. It's an act of the universe. It's an act of God I can't explain. But I feel called to tell you this story because I know that this story is not about me. It's about you. It's great to want to live long and do everything right, but it's also important to realize that you're not going to live forever and that you got to be in the moment because it's going to end at any second. You know what the first thing was that I did when I got out? I took my car and I went to a restaurant and I ordered steak, fries, mayonnaise, bread, and I just started eating, and I put the bread in the sauce, and I just eat the bread. I'm like, oh my God, yes. Oh, this is so great. I'm alive. And then I realized I would have never done this before because of longevity. I programmed this voice in the back of my head that was torturing me all the time, like an Arnold Schwarzenegger voice, like, if it tastes good, spit it out. But if you come that close to death, you realize, not in a cerebral way, but really in your body, in your heart, that's important to enjoy your life. And if there's anything you take away from today, please listen to what I'm going to say because this is the main point. It's great to want to live as long as you can, but if you are obsessed about the details to the point where you are denying the joys of your spirit, the pleasures of life, you are expressing a fear of death, not a joy for life. Hallelujah for that one, huh? A little applause. Clarity. That's what the seed did to me. When you're in a situation like that, it's so dangerous, it instantly becomes clear to you what's important and what's not. And I saw to myself, longevity and health, you're doing great, but you're exaggerating a little bit. Your top 5 relationships, great. Your top 20, not so good. Your work, great. But you're thinking and stressing a little bit too much about the work. And that's what I'm here to talk to you about today. The long game of drive. Your work, your drive, feeling good, your achievements. And when we think of drive, we think it's very simple. We think it's just like, oh, you just wake up and you're either driven or you're not. But I'm here to talk about another question. Because I believe that everybody in this room is driven. That's the punchline. You don't need more drive. You have money to come to this conference. You have time. You are developed. You are here. You're killing it. Congratulations. Yeah? So the question for us is not waking up and am I going to be driven or not? The real question is, when we wake up, do you feel drive where you feel alive with a sense of excitement? Or do you feel drive and is it slowly killing you? Because some people, they wake up and they're excited and they're like, oh yeah, I'm going to make it happen and it feels good and let's go. And some people, they wake up and they're driven and it feels like shit, but they keep going anyway. They're empty, they're stressed, they're grinding. And I call these 2 types of people. People who love life and people who love hating life. You know, it's the people when you're driving in your car and you're going up a steep hill and you're just like enjoying and you're seeing like a nice scenery and the sun is going down, you're like, yeah. And then there's this dude next to you and he's mountain biking all the way to the top, trying to break his own record like, oh yeah, I love to hate my life. Oh yeah, come on, come on. He's got a podcast with David Goggins in his head. He's like, yeah, I run a marathon on broken legs. Imagine what you can do. Come on, you ain't worth for shit. You ain't worth for dead. Come on. Yeah, I love hating my life. I'm not even going to watch the sunset when I'm up there. I'm just going to go straight down. These people, if their life would be a soundtrack, it would be the greatest hits remix of Limp Bizkit. They wake up like this. It's just one of those days where you don't want to wake up, take a cold plunge, get stuff done. You don't even know why, but you want to justify drinking 3 espressos. And these people, they piss me off because they use their drive and their results to act like a fucking asshole. But you know what the worst part of this is? The absolutely most sadistic worst part of it is that it's not their fault. You're born, you go through life, and things just creep up on you. You break up with your partner, your boss talks shit to you, and you carry that thing like luggage, like pain. You got your phone, a 24/7 feed telling you about how shit your life is. You're trying to scroll through your phone like, oh, let me see what my friends are up to. And then you see some dude with sunglasses in the car like, yeah, masculinity is this. You are not a man. You are not a man. And then you see some other dude. Look how many zeros I got on the bank account. I did this in 90 days. Now I have 4-hour work week that shit and I'm living in Bali, living the life. And then you take all of this noise and it grows like a big pile of garbage. And you compress it all into drive until you end up hating your life. Because it's about perspective. Yes, please. It's about perspective. And it's easy to lose perspective. Because the people who love life and the people who love hating life, they could be doing the exact same work. They could be doing the exact same day-to-day, the same purpose, but have a completely different perspective. And that's why I call this the long game of drive. Because it's a game. And the people who love life, they play to win. And the people who love hating life, they just gotta win. Same game, same outcome, different mentality. So, how do you change that perspective? You know, you're like, oh, Alexander, I kind of like that. I want to feel alive. How do you do that? Well, sometimes you need somebody to look into your face and say, what's up? That cuts through all the crap. Because I don't need you to like me. You're lucky today. I don't need you to buy anything from me. I got out to sea, and every day is a bonus for me. So I got out to universe. So that's why I believe the universe got me here so I can say this to you. Before I got into sea, I was thinking and stressing so much about my work that I wanted to go for a cold plunge and feel better. And my drive literally almost killed me. All those people I wanted to spend more time with, all that money I was never going to make, all those people I wanted to uppercut to the other side of the room, it was all going to go away. And I can give you some clever insight or some quote or some notes to write down, but all I can say is, it's good to be alive. Enjoy it. When I got out to sea, my perspective changed. My drive and my work, it was the same. But the best feelings I've had in a long time. My next Christmas, best Christmas ever. Was it objectively better? I don't know. There was a lot of desserts, a lot of pies, a lot of chicken. My next year, best year ever. Was it my best year? I can't tell you. I did a lot of things. My whole life is the same. Only one thing that changed. Every day, I wake up and I sit on a chair and I say, oh my God, I'm alive. I get to have a cup of coffee. I get to kiss my wife. And I get to do some good work. Thank you, universe, from the bottom of my heart. And then I get up and I get my green smoothie with my 7 supplements. And then I do my cardio for 7 minutes. And then I do my cold shower. I do my podcast. I do my inner work, the sauna, the hyperbaric chamber, everything. And I think to myself, what time is it? Doesn't matter. What a great life. Thank you. I got a special treat for you today, because I got a special guest for you today. Nick, can you please come? This is the man that saved me out of the sea. Please give a round of applause. You know, writing the speech was very special for me. Because to me, it's an art. It's like a piece of art. Before I would speak, but I wouldn't really enjoy it because I always thought I had to have some type of business angle. But I came back out to sea and I'm like, fuck it, everything's a bonus. So do you. Do what you want to do. And I put everything in there to express who I am. And this speech is like an honor to him. Because if it wasn't for him, I would have been dead. And I'm just so grateful for life. And it's crazy that I'm here talking about this because 6 months later, it's still in my mind. He's showing up. I got this moment to express it. I didn't expect it to happen. And I put everything in here. And I feel so joyous that I was able to talk about this. So thank you so much. Please, one last round of applause for my friend here.